We on and popping. Ask Jay, episode 64. Welcome, family, to another episode of our marathon. We're a live stream, obviously, right? So I like live stream, makes my life easier. And I have 5 questions that came in from Brandon J. Wigley. Let me put my phone on airplane mode so I don't get interrupted. And so let's start off with our motivational message of the day really quickly. And so I had 2. I got a business version of motivational message of the day, and they're both kind of business related, right? So it's a kind of business motivation, entrepreneur motivation in a sense, but still can be applied to your personal life, I assume, as well. So on a business side, with the first one is more core business, is on branding or just like building your business. And Chris and I were just watching so much footage that I have from like touring Black Wall Street, from Day with Jays in Atlanta, like footage with like dozens of people in a boardroom, teaching private students, coaching clients, like interacting with the community. I got like terabytes, which I don't even really know what that means, but I have like terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of hard drives of footage and content I've never even put out yet. Like stuff from last summer, a whole summer stuff with like the Black Panthers when I went on a retreat to Mississippi to meet with some of the elders. Like I got like footage for days, stuff in the Lambo, wilding out. Like I got all kind of footage. And I'm going to do something with it one day. But the point of the message is like take the cliche saying as content being king. You know, they say content is king. I'm sure most of you have heard that. Take that literal and store up content. And if you're not great in front of the camera, try to break out of it, try to get good. If that's not your thing, that's cool. We all have different talents. But then write, right? Hopefully you can write then and put out written content. If you're not good writing, then speak and put out audio books or something and flood podcasts and put out audio content, right? So whatever it is, make sure that you're putting out content if you're a business owner. It doesn't have to be content of you necessarily, but content where you are giving value, right? Give value in all that you do, or content that's entertaining, right? Entertainment's also value. So it needs to be entertainment, educational, motivational, inspirational, but give something that makes somebody feel some kind of way, right? And so I want you to take that literal. And then 2, I guess the second part I was thinking is like always having your mind on not your money, right? So I like the term mind on your money, but I don't mean like your physical cash. I don't mean like your assets. I mean mind on the vehicles that create your assets. So when I say have your mind on your money, I don't mean the actual money, the results. I mean the vehicles that create the money. So if you have an 18-unit apartment building and have your mind on your money means be thinking about your apartment building. Or be thinking about your property management company that's managing your apartment building and making sure you're always on top of them and all your tasks for them because they control, they're managing your money or the vehicle that's making your money, right? So if your business is a franchise, do the same thing or whatever it is. So, you know, always have your mind on the vehicles that are, you know, feeding you, that are creating your money. Have your mind on the tasks that are within those vehicles, right? Like, so, you know, in every vehicle that we have, there's still some kind of follow-up, some kind of maintenance of that vehicle, right? Sometimes it can be more intense or less intense depending on what kind of vehicle it is. Like if it's a 5-year bond, and yeah, you don't have to be as intense on it, but you should still, your mind should not forget that you have a 5-year bond, right? So you should know to check in on that and see what other, and then also be looking at ways in which you could beat the rates on that 5-year bond and beat the rates plus the penalty, right? So you should always be thinking about your money in different vehicles to grow your money, right? So have your mind on your money, but not actually your money, but on the vehicles that can grow your money. So that's what I mean. So that's another little motivation message for you guys. That could be, it's kind of business, but that's more personal as well for your personal life, personal growth. So let's hop in to our 5 questions. Brandon J. Wigley, JM Rep VP sent these over. Make sure you guys I'm telling you see the videos we got from our Philly Day with Jay, Atlanta Day with Jay, touring apartment buildings, touring properties, our stuff with Philly last week in Norristown with JM Rep doing its JM Rep doing one of his acquisition walkthroughs. Like when this content comes out, it's gonna be pretty dope. You guys are gonna like it. So if you want to be a part and see how you can fit into the JM Rep concept, reach out to the team at JM Rep or JMREpartners.com. And Brandon, Tolson, Greg, Chris, one of those One of the kings will be happy to speak to you or read you as the queen. We are open to our queens, to ladies, to females, also being very active in the JM brand as investors. And so, you guys can reach out as well. So we're not like, male exclusive or something, like a men's club. It's not. J Morrison Real Estate Partners is for those who want to accelerate in their real estate investing careers, right? And that's what we help you do. We help you get there. So anyway, IG, the director _E asked, Brother Jay, this may be a silly question, but for your course, what would you say is the standard education you should have to apply? What would you say is the standard education you should have to apply for my course? Am I missing that? Chris, what does that mean to you? What will you say is a standard education you should have to apply? Education level, maybe? Like saying like high school, GED, like, is that what it means? Maybe? Yeah, for your course, what would you say is the standard education you should have to apply?
Maybe. Yeah, you should have to apply, right?
You should have to apply. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you can, you should be able to read. That would help. Seriously, like, I understand everyone has different life experiences, and if you are an adult or you're in high school, you want to get into real estate, you're gonna have to have a decent reading comprehension, because you have to like look at contracts and make business cards and read. You have to read things. So like, yeah, you have to have a basic level of reading and have basic math skills. Outside of that, I mean, that's all it is. It's just a little bit of comprehension and a little bit of math. Numbers make sense. The rest is all hustle and execution. So, in the way I teach, and the way I have my mentors teaching, my fellow mentors and instructors in my school teaching, we make sure that we make it plain. We make it very comprehensible and easy to digest, right? So like, I like being concise in my messages. They're not long. Like, these are longer than, these are just like me talking. But I try to get right to the point in my lessons, because I want you guys to learn, sink in, to get it, and not over belabor the point and just drag it out and all that kind of stuff. So I think how we teach and what we teach is really good. Great question. No, sorry, I butchered your, I guess, how I read it was kind of off. From Twitter, the Irwin Empire asked Jay, what is your favorite song lyric of all time? My favorite song lyric of all time. That's a really good one. I wish I would have prepared for that one. My favorite song lyric of all time. I'm sure it's from Hove. All right, I'm gonna get back to that one. I'm gonna think as I'm going through these questions. Yeah, I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna get back to you though. I'll get back to you at the Irwin Empire. You're the first person to stump me when I ask Jay. I want to answer that one well. I don't want to rush it. So from YouTube, R. Brown asks, when does the enrollment close for JMA? January 16th, enrollment closes. January 16th, 2016. We'll be closing out enrollment. And my commercial real estate course, I'm telling you, it's going to be an eye-opener. It's going to be a life changer. I mean, the other courses are cool, but my commercial real estate course is going to be, yeah. So what else? Okay, from Facebook, Jerry Fisher asks, do you feel a person has to be an extrovert to be successful in business? No, you don't have to be an extrovert to be successful in business. But if you're not an extrovert, then you need to partner with an extrovert or hire an extrovert to be the extrovert of the business. Understand? So you can be an introvert. That's all good. Just behind the scenes people, but they're partners, or they have spokespeople, or they have employees who can do the communications and sales and the business development and things that extroverts do. So you don't need to be, but you need to be strategic about having an alliance with one, or a relationship with one, or hiring one, or partnership with one, as I said. So also from Facebook, Sarah Gardner, great question. Sarah Gardner asked her, when are you going to do a podcast show? That would be dope. Yeah, that would be dope. Seriously, I think I should do a podcast show. Maybe we should take some of the audios from these and start it. But I don't know. I got a lot. I'm doing a lot of shows. I'm doing a lot of everything. So I guess it's the time, it's the execution, and we want it to be good. You know what? I'll say this: when this 90 days of Ask Jay is over, then definitely I'll plan on dropping a web series. We can do podcasts. We can do all of that. I just need to get through this 90 days of this right here, and then I think we'll be all right. So let's go back to the Urban Empire. What is your favorite song lyric of all time? So my favorite song lyric, who would it be? Or what would it be? It's probably from Hove. It's probably from Reasonable Doubt, or possibly Blueprint, or maybe Volume 1. Man, I might have to get back to you tomorrow on that. Let's just say it's a Hove song from Reasonable Doubt, Volume 1, or the Blueprint. It's probably one of those. I think maybe. See, Blueprint was a magical album for me, so I'm just talking now because we're live. So like I feel like Ask Jay is done. So for those of you who want like real information, Ask Jay is done. It's over. I'm just gonna talk about this music thing real quick. So this is just like another part. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you for episode 65 tomorrow. Right now, I'm just talking about to you, my favorite song lyric of all time. So I love 9 to 5 is how you survive. That's how you survive. But I feel like I've grown past that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That mentality. That 9 to 5 is how we. I'm not trying to survive. How's it go? You know what I'm talking about. That line. Then what else? What else was like? I'm trying to think. What was like monumental for me. Like what line is like so hard? I like the joint from Blueprint. I mean, it's not like the hardest verse, but it's pretty dope. In the song, Turn My Music Higher, and Hope says, I'm from where the hood is swallowing, the streets is swallowing so much coke that you could blood a slalom. Cops come to top to bottom. They say we ain't prone to violence, but it's home sweet home. No, my favorite verse, it's off the mixtape, and it was DA act like they said DA act like a nigga starving for J. If they lock me in the Bucks, F it. I'm a party away. I'm still hot. I'm still S dot, y'all. Still got millions buried in the sock drawer. Still hold my own on the corner. And what don't kill me only make me stronger. And I get back home, get your ass about the throne. It's just going back to the same shit, to the way shit was. I want to stay hot no matter what my shit does. I can drop a straight dud. I'm going to stay up. Yeah, I love that part. Because when that mixtape was out that summer, I just came home from prison. I was probably home maybe like 8 months. And, I was gone for a little minute. And so, like, it was like new guys in the block. But, like, I was still hustling. And I was, like, coming back out. And it was, like, real hot around my way. The D's was out, but I was getting money. It was, like, a moment in my life where I just really was, like, I was in my bag. I was on my magic carpet. I was, like, in that mode. You know what I'm saying? So, it was, like, that just, like, I really felt like, that guy, like, for real. Not that I don't now, but, like, in a whole different way. I felt like that guy because I was, like, really, yeah, I was really like against all odds in it, you know what I'm saying? And I was like making it happen. It was like nobody couldn't tell me nothing at that time, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just that feeling. So like that is my favorite Jay-Z words of all time. So now overtime is over. Great question though. I want to appreciate y'all, man. This is Ask Jay. We're back for episode 65 tomorrow. We're getting closer and closer to our 90-day commitment of daily episodes. Answer your 5 questions. Make sure you participate by hashtagging AskJ in the comments on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.